Welcome all of them. They have been here for a couple of hours, staying under this scorching sun with so much resilience. Even if it rains, we are going to be here because we know in 2023, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar will be declared and sworn in as the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Inshallah,
let me hear you say I love you. If you love Atiku, let me hear you say I love you.
I'm standing here, over 75,000 kilograms of fishes was swept away from my farm, and I have a lot of workers, everybody, and I got loan from different sources also. As I'm standing here right now, I'm only standing by the grace of God, and no government, when we graduated from school, no government provided job for us. We are hustler. We came here to hustle. We came here to, many people listening to us now may say, who sent them there? Nigeria economy sent us here. Yes. The hardship of the nation sent us here.
It is not a first-time experience for Sunday and other fish farmers in Ikongba Agro Settlement in Ogun East Senatorial District, as river flow from Yemule River leads to destruction of the fish farms and other items.
The dilapidating state of that road is nothing to write home about, as it affects the farmers, it affects our buyers, and even the residents of Ikongba.
About 5 clusters exist in the settlement, and catfish worth millions of naira are lost to flood disaster at every rainy season for lack of basic infrastructure such as good road network and proper drainage system to channel the flood waters.
Again, precisely on the 8th of July 2022, this year, we experienced another flood disaster of unimaginable magnitude after the terrestrial rainfall that lasted for several hours non-stop, resulting in huge losses involving more than 5 fish farms cluster, with hundreds of farmers suffering heavy losses in Ifeoluwa, Progressive, Ashejire, Kajola, and Joye. And last, some individual farmers in like farms like Ifeoluwa, Ashejire had their fish of over 12 months old totally swept off the pond in their thousands, worth over 300 million naira. While in Kajola, Progressive and Joye farm, where farmers are relatively lucky, ponds in their hundreds has their matured fish swept away, while some were replaced by another set of younger fishes of less than 2 months old, losing over 200 million worth of fishes in process.
Although they claimed to have reached out to the state government and relevant federal agencies, all to no avail.
With government turning blind eyes to our predicament, this has made us resorted to self-help to at least make the road passable. In fact, as we speak now, residents and fish farmers are currently levying themselves 2,000 naira each to repair the failed portion of the road.
Purposely mainly because the road is bad, the drainage system is too narrow to accommodate the water, and again, our stream, the Yemule stream, that stream is long overdue for dredging. So we are appealing to the state government, to the federal government, to assist us in dredging that stream so that the waterways can be widened and the depth can also be increased.
Efforts to get the local government officials to talk on possible plans to remedy those challenges did not yield results. The fish farmers demand 3 things, which are dredging of Yemule River, immediate reconstruction of Ikongba Road, and soft loans with low interest to ameliorate the effects of the damage on their businesses. From Ijebu-Ode in Ogun State, Olusegun Olukoga, Silverbird News 24. Ota Agbara in Ogun West Senatorial District of Ogun State, southwest Nigeria, is highly industrialized area, but it is fast losing that industrial recognition due to lack of effective social amenities.
We also have realized that due to this deficit in this infrastructure, it has also eroded their profit line, and it's also impacting negatively on the employee by not paying them what they are supposed to pay. And some of the organizations too are also moving away from this axis.
Findings reveal that estimated 170 companies exist in Ota axis, many of which are paying huge taxes into the government purse. Despite huge revenue being generated from that axis, there is heavy infrastructure deficit. Bad roads and irregular power supply top the challenges confronting the companies in the area. There are indications that some of the factories have relocated in recent times from the industrial hub due to the challenges. According to further investigation, several other companies generate energy, while others rely on alternate power supply like generating sets and solar power, amongst others.
We need all these things for the survival of our industry and for the survival of our people. It is not just the indigenous that are here. We also have so many other people from many parts of the country and of the world. So we don't want these people to go. We don't want our jobs to go.
With all these challenges, it has impacted more on the informal sector than the formal sector. But we are also affected because one way or the other there have been redundancies, retrenchment in most of these organizations too, based on the challenges of these social amenities.
Small and medium-scale enterprises are worst hit. Lukman Alao is an Ota-based welder. He has committed over 30 years into the trade. He says frustration is setting in as he considers quitting the line of business. According to Alao, power supplies to his workshop is irregular, yet he pays 30,000 naira monthly aside cost of maintaining alternate energy and other overhead.
We are buying a barrel of diesel now. We are buying it at a rate of 7,500 naira. So when I'm starting using it, maybe around 2-3 days, so I will finish the barrel of 7,500, while we still pay 30,000 naira in that month again.
We reckon that there have been quite a lot of concern for most of the industries there. Some of those concerns are beyond us as a state, because if, for example, an industry has reasons to believe that the economic environment is not as friendly as they would have wanted, that's beyond us as a state. But the one that concerns us, which is within our grasp, as a state, we are striving to ensure that we encourage all these industries to stay.
Stakeholders want Nigerian governments to reform the nation's economy and industrial policies, as well as develop infrastructures and research and development.
Reconstruction of our roads, so that's what we are waiting for. And I want to appeal to His Excellency to please expedite action on this.
And Agbara for us is a cash cow, and whatever needs to be done to ensure that we localize and make adequate the energy needs of that locality. Why not if not? Our biggest project today is one that is addressing one of their major concerns, because that Aton Lusada Agbara road, if you look at it very critically, is about a 16-kilometer road. Most of the articulated vehicles taking in raw materials and bringing out finished goods sometimes fall off the road because the road had actually broken down. As we speak today, we are past the 50% threshold of completion.
What becomes the fate of business owners and large industries for survival remains to be seen, but concerted efforts to provide quick solutions by all key stakeholders, including governments, will go a long way to address identified challenges in no distant time. From Ota, Olusegun Olukoga, Silverbird News 24. Over 3,000 lock-up shops and open stalls at Sabo Market, Shagamu, according to Market Authority, were ravaged by Inferno on January 28, 2020. It was a dark day that left traders and market women empty, as they could not salvage any of the items and goods. 21 months after that extensive damage, shop owners and operators at the market have moved on from that unfortunate setback.
Not okay with what governor did to us. They could have left our market for us on rebrush. We could have been managing ourselves. The way they destroy our market on completed one, we are not happy with it at all. Because when the market burn, we have seen those who want to help us to build the shop.
But before the government comes, it's too late. We are looking for donations from business tycoons, those the indigenous of Shagamu and Ijebu and state. Both the rep and senators, we wrote letter to them to come and please give all those people their market are born, give them something.
Although newly built lock-up shops are now sitting on the old space within the premises, the traders have reservations. Protesting on Thursday, the traders walked from Sabo through Akarigbo Road to the palace and later terminated it at the local council secretariat in Shagamu.
We are not satisfied because the locked one and unlocked shop that they built is 188 out of 3,000 plus. How are we going to distribute these shops to our members?
And the way the market have destroyed, the market is no more moving. Everywhere is quiet. We are not enjoying Sabo market at all. We are pleading to the governor to come and assist us.
Government ministry supervising the project, however, calls for calm.
Local government will do the completion of the rest of the market. So, and they agreed. We are even packaging our proposal, which I will take to them in Abeokuta probably on Monday. So everything is ongoing, but you know, people are not too patient, so I don't understand.
So we plan to build additional 300 to 340 shops for the second phase. And those ones will be open stores. We are building almost 300 open stores at the second phase. And for the fourth phase, for the third phase, we are building additional 120 lock-up shops and 350 open stores.
Seeing merits in their protest, the state government said it needs the understanding and cooperation of the traders, pending when it concludes plans on the project. From Shagamu in Ogun State, Olusegun Olukoga, Silverbird News 24.
Pending the time, told me I'm
Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital, continue to battle with shortage of water supply. This has been a recurring situation for residents all seasons. The situation here is usually the trend in every other places, where people await their turn to scoop water from a season of a burst pipe. At Agoba, residents do not find it easy accessing potable water. They spent hours searching for essential commodity. Ite-Eko, Surulere, Okeata, Okeyeke, Omida, as well as Kolobo, Ibara Housing Estate, amongst other major areas, all within the metropolis, do not have functioning public water channels to service residents.
Sometimes we will not be able to go to work. Sometimes if we have where to go, we will say that let us fetch this water before going to anywhere. Like today now, I need to go to work. I can't go, all because we didn't have water. And in still 3 days, this onward give us water. And we need to stay. If not, we will not be able to fetch water. omi ó pọ̀ gan bíbá àti ẹ̀rọ gbín pọ́n kẹ́dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé kọ́lẹ́rà pọ̀ ǹta kan jọ kan ṣàánú wa.
We don't usually have water, and you know cholera is a disease related to poor hygiene. We thank God for these people who usually gives us water. We queue for water from dawn till evening. We are imploring our government should please help us. Since last year, we haven't been able to get adequate proper water supply.
World Health Organization 2017 report revealed that water is main constitute of Earth's hydrosphere and the fluids of all known living organisms, which is vital for all known forms of life, even though it provides no calories or organic nutrients, despite the benefits of water to human existence.
And I remember when we were growing up in the States, there was pipe-borne water that you can turn your tap any day of the time, any time of the day, you have water flowing. Unfortunately, we don't have that any longer because of prolonged neglect by successive governments. But be that as it may, the decision we have now, that doesn't mean people should not, on their own, provide clean and potable water for themselves. We know, everybody is saying government has not done that. Fine, no, they've not done it. But it's about you, it's about an individual now. That if you don't provide for yourself, if you don't provide for your household, most likely you're going to face the problems that are associated with poor water supply. For example, you see some people, they will go to gutter, they'll be fetching water from, maybe there is just one little water flowing somewhere. You can imagine the kind of poor hygiene you have around that place. Some people, they fetch from nearby stream, where people go to defecate, where people dump all this refuse, they dump it inside it. And by the time you drink such water, you can imagine what will happen to them. We are not saying we cannot fetch this water. If you fetch water, are you treating that water? And how do you treat the water? But we know we can get water from, number one, pipe-borne. If there is no pipe-borne, you can have a borehole. You can don't afford borehole, maybe from well. If you cannot afford well, then maybe you tell some people who supply water to come and supply your household. That once they supply, maybe other ones in a week. But in the case in which you don't do all such, and you are fetching water from a nearby stream, where refuse are being dumped into such stream, you want to, you are inviting problem. And we have a lot of problems that are associated with water. But now, rain is not falling the way it's supposed to fall. Because if rain is really falling the way it's supposed to fall, you should have water, enough water. Surface water will be running, that you can say, okay, we'll wash off some of these things, but they don't have all those things.
Speaking with the special advisor to Ogun State Governor on special duties, Engineer Kunle Otun claimed that ongoing water rehabilitation by the state government is about 70 to 75% completion across the state.
Have failed, so we need to replace them. As it is today, we have done up to about 75 to 80% of the job done. You can see this is Ogun River of Arakunga. You can see that we have stopped the river completely. By doing what? By providing a coffer dam that will prevent water from flowing in, and then will also give us the access to the gate to be able to dismantle the gate and also replace it with a new one. As you can see, we are installing the 4th gate now out of 5. So in another 3-4 weeks, we'll be able to complete this gate and then be able to begin to remove the barrage, the coffer dam that we have, which is being used as a step for us to be able to access the gate and then replace the gates. So I will tell you, so far we have done about 75 to 80% to the end of the project, and after that we're able to release the water. Then we'll begin to start our treatment process over again. By end of June 2021, we should be expecting water in Abeokuta. By then, we'll have done with this, and then we'll have done with some other minor things that we need to do within the plant, and then begin our reticulation process, which we also need to touch. But as we speak now, we're also doing something like that, within. So by end of June, Abeokuta will begin to enjoy clean, treated water from Ogun State Water Corporation.
Nigeria government must take provision of portable usable water serious in order to meet current demands of every citizen in line with sustainable development goals. Abibat Ajayi, TV24 News.